Howdy folks, Kirk, Jay, and my brother Lou with Kirk Giordano Plastering here. Today I want to go over weep screeds, drip screeds, same thing. Why? Because we're getting a lot of people calling and they send me photographs of houses that the very bottom of the house has got buckling stucco. And I say, well, guys, you need a weep screed. And they say, what's a weep screed? And I say, type it in Google, weep screed or drip screed. Our videos will come up. And we have about 30 videos on how to do weep screeds. Besides this one, I'm just going to show corners and explain a few more things that are of interest. In this particular one, stuff I haven't covered yet. Anyway, what's a weep screed? Weep or drip screed. These go on the mud sill or the sill plate, and they're designed to allow any water that goes through the stucco. Usually it's an old window that's leaking or a deck or something. It goes through the stucco, and then if you don't have a weep screed on here, and these come out in 1975, half this house doesn't have it because it's past 1975, and that's okay. But here's how you install these guys and their importance. A weep screed serves as an expansion joint also because, and it gives you the depth too. These are 1 inch. They're 3.5 inches the width, and they're 1 inch wide, 7/8 technically. Why 7/8? Because the vents, say for example, this vent right here, this vent is 7/8 of an inch. So that the stucco here, when it gets on from here to here, that's a perfect level plane. It's 7/8, 7/8. So these are guides also, besides allowing the house to flex, move, and drain properly. I'm going to go out of place and out of turn to prove a point. Okay, so Jay already dripped all this. We haven't dripped this yet. We got to lift up that gray bit of thing and then install a full length one. And I'll just show you to prove a point, guys. How far down past the mud sill, sill plate, plywood do you got to take these? Usually 1 inch, guys. And what I do is I use my first digit as a guide. I've been doing that for 40 years, guys. I use just that, just this part here, the first digit as a guide. Now what I'll generally do, let's see. Now Jay got this one already, perfect. So what we do when we're going on the corners here, and it doesn't matter if this corner touches this corner on the plywood. What we'll do, for example, is I'm going to put this one in. Now, I'm using my fingers as a guide. Come on now, get in there. You can cut that off.
You're using the wrong one, Dad. That's the one for the wall in front of you. Look down under your feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're holding the wrong one.
All right.
So we'll start again. Go.
All right, guys. Got a whole bunch of screeds right here. What we want to do is match or align this one to this one. So I'm going to just put this groove right here in this groove. And we know the corners got to go the same thing, 7/8 pass. So once I got this where I want it, I use my fingers as a guide here. Okay, I'm 1 inch below the mud sill, sill plate, plywood, whatever you want to call it. What I tend to do, guys, is I put a staple, not in fully, because sometimes I make mistakes. A lot of times I make mistakes. If I do a staple that's not where it should be, cut it and bend it and pull it out and readjust it. So that's why I always go half here. And while I'm at it, guys, let me put these earplugs in. Why? Because Jay said, Dad, you don't have your earplug. I have shot staples. This box right here is a typical box. Now I'm going out of sequence. There's 10,000 staple in here. Now I've shot at least 500 boxes. I've shot so many boxes in the last 40 years. This ear is death. I can't hear shit anymore out of this ear. It's a drag if I go to a club and it's loud. I can't hear anything. So you guys, if you're going to use a gun, put some earplugs in, man. We got here, Jason, Dad, what's your earplugs? I thought, good point. I can't hear out of the right ear anyway. Now, I'll show you something too, guys. Okay, we're lathing right now. Lath, L-A-T-H. That's prior to stucco. Now, with the gun, let me show you this first too. Okay, now that I got that thing out of here, what is the fact that I can't hear out of this ear and shooting all these staple got to do with this video? Nothing. It's just a fact, guys. So, preliminary stuff. Okay, getting back to lathing. Generally what we do, the fellows put their vents in. We go around it, then we cut the inside out. And same with the windows. These guys they install their windows. They put the flash in first, bottoms, sides, put the window in. We take our paper underneath their paper, their flashing paper. And once all that's done, guys, is we use this nasty caulking. I call it nasty caulking, but it is a Sikaflex 1A. It's a polyurethane construction sealant. And here's a tip, guys. See this stick got that caulking on it? If you use this right here, it's not long enough, the poker, everybody knows there's a poker on a caulking gun. This will get full of this caulking. And this caulking is so strong, it'll get all over you. Your whole day you'll be pulling caulking off all your fingers. But for our purpose, it's the right caulking. Here's how we do it, guys. We take a bead of caulking. Now, we're going to fuse this paper to the vent. And we're also going to fuse any pipes, any electrical outlets, windows. This is underneath, so we're good. But we fuse the paper and the caulking here. The caulking will fuse this paper to this window, so in the future, no matter what, rain cannot get in it because this caulking is strong. At 3 drops, you can't take 2 bricks apart. I've done it. I've repaired brick walls with just this caulking. That's how strong it is. But don't get it on you. But after we get our caulking around here, I'll sometimes take a finger. Remember I was saying don't get it on you? Okay, get it off you. But always use a stick. I'll look for a wire that they're electricians here. I'll get their wire and I'll poke this like 25 times so that the caulking comes out of here. And guys, again, if you use the little poker, this is going to be full of the polyurethane caulking. And the polyurethane caulking does not come off with water. A lot of times too, guys, people will call me and say, Kirk, I tried that Moreflex for the lath. Moreflex is not for lathing. Moreflex is for cracks in stucco because it has sand in it. Usually about $10-12 a tube. So you're paying like $10-12 for that sand. But this is an acrylic latex. This is a polyurethane. It is designed or engineered for waterproofing and sealing things, guys. So let me show you why I can't hear out of my right ear. Why? Because I don't want you guys to lose your hearing if you do the same thing. Okay. Lou. All right. Getting in here where Lou is. Now Lou is wired and paper in this. And what we do, guys, is after we get the paper on here, we mark, of course, where the studs are. Why? The studs, we have to have a staple 7/8 of the leg has got to be embedded in the stud. So I need to know where the studs are. I can't go blind stapling. So these yellow marks indicate studs. And so every 6 inches, you got to put a staple in. So here's what jacked up my hearing. So what I'll do is, this is self-furred wire, guys. We don't need furring nails. Furring nails with the cork. That's for wire that's not self-furred. All the wire in the last 25 years is self-furred. Means no matter, even if it looks like it's flat, it's still pushed away from the paper a 1/4 inch. That way stucco can get behind it and in the middle, on top, everything. Here's what you do, guys. Once you got that wire on, you got to get every 6 inches or more, and then you gotta get this in the stud, not in the field. You could put one in the field where it overlaps, but I'll just give you an idea. Okay. Come on now. And imagine close to 1 million staples I've done in the last 40 years because I've gone through 1,000 boxes easy. That is why this ear is jacked up. So you guys not only wear eye protection, it doesn't matter if they're goggles, sunglasses, get some eye protection. I've had staples hit this, bounce off, and hit me in the face. I had one stick me and just stay there. So again, guys, this is 101 Lathing. This is how you do it. And by the way, guys, you see, this edition here, this is my buddy Tom. Tom is in Contra Costa. He's in Pleasant Hill. He does work in Moraga, Concord, you name it, everything in Contra Costa. In the description, I'll put his contact information. But getting back to these Weep Screeds and where they go on, I'll show you another thing, guys. Now, I see people often, they'll put a Weep Screed on. I see guys do this. Well, my gun is over there. I'm gonna grab my gun. Gotta prove a point, guys. Where's my damn gun?
You just passed it.
Man, okay. Okay, man. All right. Now, the idea is we're going to put this one the same height. It's got to go 1 inch below the sill plate, the mud sill, the plywood, the sheathing. Okay, so I'm going to use my fingers and just, that lines me up perfect. And again, I always put one staple like this. Don't do this, guys, even though your gun can, because if you have to move it, you can't get that staple out. But if you do this, your snips can dig in there, break it, and you can just pull it out. Now, I could show you 10, 15 different ways of not to do it. I've seen guys do this. This is no joke, guys. I've seen guys do this. They'll do this. I'm just killing time now. Then they take their paper, go over that, and they take a corner, and they put it on like that. I thought, really? But I've seen that so many times. I'll show you why I put half a staple in the top. Okay, because I can dig these in, cut it, and pull it out. And I don't have my hammer with me. I should have my damn hammer, but I don't. Okay. Come on out of there, guy. All right. Then we put 2 layers over here from this side. Then we put 2 more layers, so we got 4 layers over a corner. We make sure the corners do not leak. Then after all that's said and done, you take, after it's papered, you take a corner aid. Now this corner aid will line up perfectly. There's a wire right here. And that wire will go right to the corner here. Usually I could funnel this perfectly, just like I funnel the drip screed. And now that is a perfect corner. When you do something like that, this lines up with here. So if you took a straight edge, a rod, a derby, this will be perfect. To here, to here, to here, to here. So that's how you do your corners, guys. And again, there are many functions for a Weep Screed. Make sure you guys got those in. If you don't, your stucco's bubbling at the bottom. That's because you don't have these. Can you put them in? Sure you can. You got to break out all the stucco and just find the sill plate and install them. Jay does that all the time. I help him install them, but I hate to break out. Anyway, guys, I could go on all day and bore the crap out of you about lathing and all the little things to lathing, but I'm just trying to get the major things out of the way. And since this fellow was asking me about these Weep Screeds, I thought I would show you guys too the proper way to do them. All right, guys, we are complete. Another day, another dollar. As far as lath goes, guys, we left a couple things. See if you guys can catch them. This is for the inspector. Now this is going to get an inspection, and the guy says, have you ever failed an inspection? I said, I've done 1,000 jobs. Of course I failed an inspection. You can't put the wire vertical, and you got to have other corners on. There's a few other things. We'll go around, and Jay, follow me. We left something out just for the heck of it. See if you guys could see it. I know most folks don't know what entails inspection. Got to have your corners up, got to have your caulking fused to the window, got to fuse your vents to the window. So we got all the caulkings on. Over here, where we had some issues, I'll give you a hint, guys, because nobody's going to watch a video and look for stuff. But you see that right there? Now we're going to walk over here. Yeah, I was arguing with my brother Lou today. He's listening to YouTube instead of music. There's the boo-boo, guys. Anyway, he's listening to YouTube, and he says, hey, it just said that United States is going bankrupt. And I said, since when didn't you know that? What about this so-called beautiful bill designed so the rich don't pay taxes? That's so old, Lou. We already know all this crap. Then he starts telling me about, well, this guy, you got to listen to this. I said, Lou, I don't want to listen to that. It just pisses me off, puts me in a bad mood. I want the music. I want to be in a good mood. And he's showing me this guy who is the treasurer. And it says, okay, they're cross-examining him. And he said, let me get this straight. So the government is suing the treasury. Who is your boss? And so he says, the president. So he says, if he wins this, you're going to write him a check for $10 billion? And the guy says, no, I'm going to wire transfer it. And I thought, man, he ought to be arrested just for being the audacity of that slur. No, I'm going to wire transfer it. And this is what Lou listens to. And I think, Lou, stop it. I don't want to hear it. You're not even, I don't even want you touching my radio anymore. I want to hear some music to take my mind off of all this stuff, because we're working men. I don't want to hear about all this crap that the government's doing, which is we're taking it up the tailpipe and doing all the work. We do all the work. We pay all the taxes. It's like, and Lou's going to remind me on the job? Anyhow, guys, thought I'd throw that in. I'll tell you another thing. Lou's been picking a lot of stuff up. And he says, well, my knees hurt. I said, well, quit wearing those stupid knee pads. I'll tell you guys something. I wear these catcher's pads on eBay. We get them used for $5, $6. Otherwise, brand new, they're $90. I thrash these things. Why would I pay $90? I told Lou, I said, I'll get you a pair, since he doesn't do the internet stuff. And he's got it with just one pair right here, and he's got it so tight, it's cutting the circulation off. Why'd I bring that up? Oh, 'cause I could. What's it got to do with this video? Nothing. But Lou was just whining about his knee pads are cutting his circulation off. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. It's Friday. We all want to go home. It was a gravy day. It's just tedious. One thing after another. But no more YouTube unless it's our videos that he's watching. Anyhow, we thank you guys for watching. And as usual, we'll see you on the next one. Anyway, guys, this is Tom. Pleasure.
Thank you, Kirk.
I love working for this guy because he pays on time.
Yes.
And he's really good.
I was going to come back and finish.
I was going to come back and finish anyway.
Looks great. Good job.
Well, if you're in Contra Costa, give this guy a call. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, folks, as always, we thank you all for watching. We really enjoy your questions and comments. If there's anything you want to learn about, please let us know in the comments. And as always, from the entire Giordano family,
We'll see you on the next one.
Nailed it.